Okay. Um, this lecture is also important for your assignment one. It focuses on branding, marketing for architectural firms. How do you prepare your firm and brand it and market it and interact with your future clients? The business organizations in general, they have certain types. The first one is the sole proprietorship. It means that you are one single person who is running the whole show. The second is partnerships, general and limited. These are types of companies that are general company or limited partnerships. Limited liability company, which is a good way to start a business without too much risk. Corporation, طبعا this is very large type of shareholders and activities. And there is a small business corporation, which is also similar to the corporation, but in a smaller scale. These types are good to know in order to select the appropriate format that you want to start your business with. Are you going to start as a single person and deal with everything on your own? Or you will have a partnership with one or two, which is a good idea in order to distribute the type of work that is needed for the firm or office. It برضو entails sharing profits. Sometimes you disagree with partners. Sometimes one partner is not doing enough work as others. All these are part of your experience, like what you have here in the university when you form teams and you find one person is not working, one person is absent all the time, one person is doing lousy work. So it's normal, but if you divide the work, one person takes care of the technical stuff, one person takes care of the financial stuff, one person takes care of the business stuff. You can help each other, especially if there is good contact and relationships. So it shouldn't be only a business relationship. It can be friendship, involvement, going out together outside of the work, establishing more contact and connection. Limited liability company, this is what they call in Egypt شركة ذات مسؤولية محدودة. In the past, it didn't cost much to create one, only 10,000 pounds, but I think now it's more than 200,000 or something. These types of companies are nice because you don't take much risk. You risk only the amount of money that is placed in the company, and it protects you from bankruptcy and different problems if you fail to deliver your work. Or so it doesn't come to the persons, it comes only to the company. Corporations, these are larger legal entities, has owners, might not be partners in the work, but they are more involved in the running of the business, and they are concerned of raising capital from the work. Small business corporation, it's designed for smaller enterprises, balancing size and structure. So it's a good profitable way, but it is less than the large corporation. The sole proprietor, this is usually what architects start with. They start with a personal business, one person, and takes care of everything, designing, meeting with clients, financing, tax papers, everything. They do everything. So it's really, if you start small, you will continue to be small. If you start big, you will get bigger. So it's a nice thing you do on your work on your own, on your time, but it's not profitable or feasible in the long run. So it's only a personal liability of the owner, and the business terminates upon the proprietor death. When the person dies, this was also very risky in the case of Zaha Hadid. When Zaha Hadid died, um, everyone expected that the whole business will collapse. But they managed to continue under her name. So the office is still running by the office manager, very, very smart person, to continue with her name. And there was a legal dispute whether this is right or wrong, but they won at the end, and they are still working under the name of Zaha Hadid, which did not happen for many big names of architects. So the risk is all on one person, and he takes care of everything. It's a good start because it has minimum legal restrictions. You don't have to fill many reports. Ease of discontinuance. If you decide one day that you want to stop the work and do something else, it's easy to cancel and finalize this work. The owner is truly the boss. You are the boss of yourself. This is sometimes good. You manage your time, you manage your assets, but it's very hectic and requires a lot of effort and skills. It's very difficult to raise capital for such a business because people are hesitant to give capital to one person to deal with. A limited life of the business. It depends only on one person, he continues or not. And it has unlimited liability. Anything goes wrong will come back to you. Any problem with the taxes, any problem with the building, it will come to that person. Even if you are not doing it only by yourself. Partnerships, we have general and limited. General partnerships is agreement between two or more persons who join together to carry on a business venture for profit. So each partner will contribute some money and property or labor or skill. So it's nice that you can start your work with limited amount of money, but you need to have a good amount of money to run your business for at least 6 months without any work. You need an office, rent, you need one or two architects. They can start developing the drawing titles. They can collect some information, do some research. You need a coffee boy to make coffee and tea and receive guests. So you need some computers, some printers to have an image of an office. And 3 people or 4 can go around and get some projects. You never know where projects come from. So one person will bring a project after 3 or 4 months. The project can keep the office running for another 6 months, and so on, keeps going. But each partner should be satisfied that the others are doing enough work equal in effort, equal in time. I actually started with these two, the sole proprietor. I was working alone on my own time, doing whatever I want, but it was really not that great experience. And then I started a partnership with two partners. Uh, we were we established an office called Egyptian Designers, and we started with you cannot believe it, with a very small project. It was just a staircase, a stair inside a shop. They wanted to connect the lower floor with a mezzanine floor. Uh, and we asked for money, of course. We got 100 pounds for the drawings and the details and everything. And then by the end of the job, طبعا we took the 100 pounds and we got a pizza celebration, going to have pizza. We spent the whole money on the pizza night. End of the week, we started to get a small villa in Oman. So we were doing the subcontracting for someone in Oman to do a working drawings for a villa. It took us about 15 days. And then we got a hospital extension. And then we got a hotel. And then and it keeps going on and growing and growing and growing until we decided that we need a contracting hand or in our office. So we brought another partner to take care of the construction work. And then we added another partner, who was an economist, to do the business work, feasibility studies, connections with others. So started to get larger projects. We got several touristic villages on the north coast, hotels in Giza. And then we entered several competitions. Competitions are also a good way to expose yourself to the market. And it kept going on and on and on until we suddenly decided to close and go to the US to do our PhD. When we came back, we couldn't do it again. Things changed, the business changed, our efforts are different. Connections are very important to continue. We did several factories in terms of Ramadan, 3 factories actually. We did several projects, many in Alexandria and many parts of the country. So it's a very good and rewarding experience. If you start with close friends, with people you trust, people can share the work honestly and not just try to benefit from the work and not give much. So I think this is the best way to start a business and with the partnerships. Limited partnerships, which is a good way to start, limits the personal liability of individual partners for the debts of the business according to the amount they have invested. So you paid 10,000 pounds, you are responsible for this part only. So this is a good way to start for the limited and partnerships. So we have 2 types of partnerships, the limited and the general partner. It means you can have a larger number of partners, larger amount of money, full liability, or the limited partnerships. Corporations, this is a huge amount of a legal entity, and it is, has stakeholders who might not be part of the work itself. I will start a corporation. I can get money from some people, and they can get the profit without being involved in the work itself. So it's like stakeholders of the company. Limited liability, LLC, which is very common also, is a hybrid between partnership and corporation. Members have operational flexibility and income benefits similar to partnership, but also have limited liability exposure. So they are only responsible of their shares. The significant legal and statutory differences that you can have limited number with limited liability, which many people are interested in. It allows greatest flexibility for customizing this business. Liability is limited to what you paid in the capital. You can have one member have the benefits of a sole proprietorship, but limits liability, and have others who are shareholders. طبعا this requires a operation manual for the scope of work, who is responsible, and so forth. Small business corporation. This is a subchapter. Corporations are special closed corporations. Limits exist on the number of members, created to provide small corporation with tax advantages. So this is also another type. So what you need to think about is what type of business you want to start with, and also what type of business you want to continue with in the future. We have companies under Egyptian law. The law organizing the establishment of companies is law number 159 for 1981, and also the investment law number 8 in 1997. These can be consulted for the operations. To start your own business, you need to think about several issues before you start. You need to start professionally with a place. You have to select a location that suits your business theme or identity. You might find this, you might select a place in the old Islamic Cairo, or the new capital, or 6th of October, or Aswan. Depends on the image and identity of your business. So selecting the place is an important first step, because this will be your address. And the address should be easy to find, location, accessibility, parking. All these issues are important. Because you need to impress the client. You need to give the client an image of your professionalism, so that they are willing to pay you money. So if you don't look professional, they will think that you are just a draftsman, so they hesitate to give you money. And always negotiate on your land. Always negotiate in your office, not in the client's office. So you invite them to your office, so they come and see the drawings on the walls. You can hang up your graduation projects or any other projects. You can hang some posters of famous architects in the beginning until you start to have your own projects. This will give them confidence. They will give them interest in being part of this business. Having secretary, coffee boy, all this stuff, chocolate, all this stuff is important for the impression on the client. طبعا having equipment, computers, laptops, printers, plotters, this will also give the impression of professionalism. Um, and don't hide your studio. People like to see the studio. The studio can be part of your reception area. So when client comes, they go through the studio. They're interested to see the drawings and the laptop and stuff like that. Getting طبعا your business permit from the engineering syndicate and the tax ID. You have to have a tax ID. This will give you also an edge when you ask for fees. That you have a tax card, you are so you can negotiate increasing the fees based on the taxes and so forth. And then promote your business. It's very important that you have a business card. Business cards that you can give to the people. It's not enough to have QR codes and stuff like that. You need a business card plus the QR code. Okay, you can have the QR code on the business card itself. Website, very important to have a nice website that illustrates your theme and identity and so forth. Brochures, some brochures that shows your work, your activities, and keep close contact with old friends and colleagues. This is very important because when your colleagues need some help or know someone who needs something, they call you and tell you, my friend wants to design a house and I don't have time for that. I do other things. So do you like to come? If they know that you have an office, if you know that you are providing this business, they can call you. So keep in contact, sending greetings in birthdays, sending greetings in Eid. This is all good business etiquette. And it keeps you in the mind of people. And inform them that you are opening your own architectural firm business. Send Eid greetings to everyone. You never know where the work will come from. Smallest person or biggest person, you never know. So keep good contact with everyone. Identify pricing strategy. It's not good that clients come and ask you, how much do you want? And then you say, I don't know. I will go ask my professors in the university. No, it's not good. You have to have something on the top of your head. Even if you lose in the beginning, it gives you a professional. Usually you lose in the beginning money and you end up paying money. But once you have a business that started, things will get better. So don't be in a rush. Don't be in a hurry to get the biggest amount of money that you can in the beginning. No, take your time. Do mistakes. Important thing is to get started and continue growing. You can always offer better or lower prices. Be prepared for negotiations. I will send you a link to a very nice book called The Art of Negotiation. It gives you very good information about how to negotiate in every situation. In buying a car, in buying a watch, in buying a laptop, in any situation, how to negotiate with people. There are no raw materials or resources that require higher capital. You can always offer a better, lower price while you are starting your business. You have to do some sacrifices in the beginning, but don't work for free. Never work for free. Yes, you can do some sacrifices in the beginning, but never work for free. When you have one customer, you get another customer, another client, and it keeps going and going and going. If you leave good reputation, good communication with people, your customers will grow. One person, because usually we are living in small circles. Not small world, it's a small circle. So our circle connects us with these people. But your client has another circle of other businessmen or other people in the Gulf, they want to build their homes, or other people in the factories, they want to build a factory. So we have circles. And you need to get into these circles higher up. The architectural firm usually has at least one principal. So there has to be hierarchy of management. There must be a principal. If you are three, assign a principal for the whole time or for 1 year, and then rotate the principal. Should be a licensed architect or one who has the licenses of the office, or has the largest shares, or as a shareholder in the corporation. Someone must be in charge to deal with any disagreements between the partners. Sometimes the title of principal is limited to owners who hold certain percentage of ownership interest in a firm. Or it might be expanded to include anyone with leadership role experience in the firm. Some firms may also use the title principal in charge. So he's not the principal of the whole, but he's principal in charge, which denotes that an architect who oversees the firm services in connection with a specific project. So, inshallah, you grow and have several projects, one in Alexandria, one in Aswan, one in a new capital. You cannot manage the whole thing alone. You need to have a principal in charge who takes care of all the business of that specific project. For small firms less than 5, usually have no formal organizational structure, depending on the personal relationships of the principals and employees to organize the work. So this is a small firm. Medium size is between 5 and 50 employees. They must have organized departmentally in departments such as design department, production department, business development department, construction administration department. So each partner will take care of a number of employees and one department. For large firms over 50, may be organized departmentally, regionally. You can be a regional manager or a regional principal, or in studios specializing in project types. So you can divide the office into project types: hospitals, airports, office buildings, residential, hotels. So you can have different departments depending on your work. So the businesses are division depends on the type of work, the size of the firm, and the expectations in the future. Because you will find yourself, when you start to do one small hotel, you will find another hotel coming to you, and then a third and fourth hotel. So this might lead you to a direction to focus on hotel design or hospital design or residential design. So having specialization is a good way to do. So we have 6 archetypes that gives you an identity or a, an image in front of your clients. The first is the Einstein archetype. You feel you are more inclined towards innovation. You want to have a client that is aiming to prestige and improve their image. You generate new ideas and technologies. So it's like an Einstein, a genius type of office. Selecting the archetype is important from the beginning because that will affect everything. The location, the advertisement, the marketing, the letterhead and the card, everything. The niche expert archetype. It's a cutting edge method. So you might be specialized or an expert in lead, expert in smart buildings, expert in nanomaterials, something that attracts new clients to you. Clients, they overcome risky and adverse conditions. You get these types of clients that are aiming towards the cutting edge technologies. Transferring new knowledge to target niche. So you create your niche. This is what I'm special. I'm not a general architect. I have to be specialized in something. The market partner archetype is customer partnership. You need to have more customers, augment client skills as full service partner, expanding ways to help sector-specific client. You can focus on governmental agencies or large companies. You can think about being a market partner for this work. Community leader archetype, you might think that, no, I want to go with the community, with the poor, with informal housing. I want to get projects for the low-income people. So you are interested in community contribution, facilitation through community gatekeepers, and nurturing network of relationships with local leaders. So you might work with local leaders in informal housing, in villages. You want to work in that area with like the project in the Sohag. Where is the area you are in? Isna? There are hundreds of these places in Egypt that you can work with. You can improve the quality, you can generate economy and so forth. The orchestrator archetype, it's a project management challenge. People who are not interested in design, people who like to manage the projects as a whole, from pre-design to the construction. They like to do that. So they control project complexity and pushing sophisticated logistics control on large projects. So some people, many of the graduates, they don't do design anymore. The last design thing they do is their graduation project. After that, they go into business, contracting, suppliers of materials, dealers. It's not bad or wrong. You use your architectural talent in developing any of these kinds of work. That's why architects are different. They have a certain way of thinking that allows them to excel in different parts. Efficiency expert, if you like to work in the cost quality challenge, this is also a growing interest. Deliver projects, optimize budget, and advancing brilliant new production technologies. This usually takes you up to the business development sector in the companies. So you have to select from the beginning or decide from the beginning where do you aim to be? What is the image of your office or firm? And evaluate what you have learned, what you are good at, your skills, your abilities, your love, your interest in the architectural knowledge, and where you are willing to stay 40 years of your life doing. You must love what you do until you do what you love. So you start loving what you do, and then you get what you love to do in the past. There are 6 C's that we always look for in the success. Creativity is very important. Connections are number 1. You must expand your connections and people you know in your family, in your neighborhood, in your club, in your school. Get in touch with your school classmates. Everyone that is a potential customer or potential person who can bring you customers. Communication is extremely important, that you keep up with the exchange of ideas and information, participate in workshops, participate in lectures, طبعا social media. Collaboration. Don't hesitate to do some teamwork, even temporarily, with other people for a competition. We used to do that. We want to enter a competition for an office building. So we went to another office of 2 or 3 people. Would you like to go into this competition together? Okay. So we teamed up for this competition, and then that's it. Competencies, keep learning. Increase your competencies and knowledge and expertise all the time. Now, when you get your bachelor degree, this is not the end. This is the beginning of your learning. We call it continuing learning experience. So, and this is in the US, you must finish several credit hours of continuing education. In medicine, you have to do several hours of continuing medical education. In the Gulf, if you don't finish these hours, they don't renew your license, especially physicians. I know that firsthand. So you have to finish like 50 credit hours every year. Credit hours are counted by attending conferences, giving papers, attending workshops, and so forth. Getting a license for a software. So you have to continue learning. And of course, critical thinking is very important, that you continue thinking about where you are and where you want to go. Are you going in the direction that you planned for yourself, or you are diverting from it? So the second part of the lecture is about branding and marketing. So branding and marketing is very important. You cannot just open an office and wait for someone to knock on the door. You have to go around and present yourself to others, and make yourself visual, your work and your product visual everywhere. You can write articles about projects. You can criticize other projects. You have to keep yourself visual in the market. This will also help attracting clients and attracting other colleagues. So you have to have branding of your and identity. You establish a strong, recognized identity that is different than others. You have to look different than others and recognized in the market. Marketing strategy, you have to, what are you going to do for the marketing? Are you going to approach certain companies, certain clients, certain governmental agencies to get the job? And public relations and media exposure. Extremely to have good public relations, good media, websites, and so forth. So it's more than just making a logo or catchy tagline. Create an identity, a theme for your office with values, mission, vision, design philosophy that completes your office identity. Your brand influences how clients perceive your firm. Even the furniture that you use inside your office must reflect this identity. The colors, even your attire must reflect this identity. Are you wearing black all the time, or wearing bright colors all the time, or wearing technical stuff all the time? What type of your car? What brand? And these are all important things. So define your firm's UVP, unique value proposition. What sets your firm apart from others? Are you known for sustainable design, cutting-edge technologies, or unique design, virtual reality, artificial intelligence? You have many catchy words now around that you can use to brand yourself. Developing a compelling, unique value proposition that communicates your firm's strengths and mission can help you attract the right clientele. So you can be in sustainable design, in virtual reality, in cutting edge, in artificial intelligence, unique design aesthetics. That will be achieved through a logo, very important to have a logo that reflects that. Color palette, are you going for blacks and grays, or bright colors, or light colors, green for sustainability, black for luxury, blue for reliability. So you select a theme and color. The typography, the types of fonts that you use also reflects your identity. The brand style guide, develop a style guide that will be used by everyone in the office. And they are not allowed to use other types of styles. The text, the attire, the website, everything that must follow the same thing. So it's very important to have this as the office grows. Real life examples. Always look for other firms that resembles you and find successful architectural firms branding. How do they do it? How do they market themselves? How do they approach their business. You learn a lot from other people like Zaha Hadid or Jack Engels Group. Look at their logo. How does it represent the firm, their website, the portfolios, everything that relates to them. So learn from others and other best practices or case studies. The different types of marketing strategies, they include the traditional marketing. I think now digital marketing is becoming the standard. Networking is important for marketing. Build relationships, invite people for drinks or dinner, or as they say, the only thing that brings people together is food. So don't hesitate to spend some of your money on this. Print media. Print media is always better than digital media. If I leave the office with a catalog, even one page, it's always more effective than just the digital thing. Referrals and word of mouth, very important. Most of your work in the beginning will be through word of mouth. Your uncle knows a friend who wants to build a chalet in wherever. Your aunt knows her friend who wants to renovate their house. It all starts with the word of mouth. This is the most effective marketing strategy in the beginning of the business. After that, you can go into other things. Digital marketing, website must be complete and provides means of communication. How do they contact you? How can they reach you? They looked at your projects, they liked it, but how do they contact you? Email, mobile phones, and so forth. Blogging and case studies. Create a presence in life and keep yourself watched all the time. Platforms, of course, you know all the platforms: Instagram, Pinterest. LinkedIn is the most important for professionals. So don't put garbage in LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you must put only professional type of work. And keep the LinkedIn professional and keep the Facebook and other stuff for food and drinks that you have every day. Facebook, not important anymore. Hashtags. Use relevant hashtags for your site. Search engines. You must show in search engines. Let your friends try to search and see where you come in the search engines. So optimizing your website with keywords such as sustainable architecture or architect of Aswan or architect of Upper Egypt, or make some ranking or brand. So these are social media marketing strategies that you can work with. Newsletters are important, especially when you start to grow as a firm. You must produce a newsletter. What did you do this month or this quarter, and what did you achieve? And client communication, and send directly to clients through emails, through printing. Press coverage, if you can reach that level with your projects. You know some reporters that can provide you with press coverage in newspapers, in magazines. Collaborate with influencers and designers. Partner with some of them in some projects will benefit your brand. So branding and marketing are essential to the growth of an architecture firm. By combining strategic digital and traditional marketing methods, maintaining a strong visual identity, and consistently showcasing your work, architects can build a recognizable brand that attracts the right clients. And thank you very much.